Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be working on the Defender and specifically the brakes. They are god awful. Just squealing, hard to stop. They're worn out. And got some brass ones to change them out with. I don't know anybody that's ever used them. Everybody in all the forums said they're great, but you never know until you try them yourself. So there it is. Don't pay attention to my paint. Yeah, I'd say those are pretty gone. But the discs themselves, they feel fun. They don't feel like they have any kind of grooves in them, and none of them look warped. Well, let's take it on a drive. That way y'all can hear and understand what I'm talking about. And maybe we can shed some light on this. Yeah, that's not fun. They're really, you gotta apply a lot of pressure till they start working, and then once they do start working, it's like instant. They just grab. There's no easing into it like you would in your vehicle. And the awful squealing noise, I mean, I cannot stand that. I'll tell you, it barely fit under there. It actually rubbed a little. But let's try to get these things changed out. I am so tired of them. It's just ridiculous. Okay, I've seen all the horror stories on all the forums about these pins right here. You have to remove these retaining pins in order to change the pads. Everyone's saying you've got to use heat. Well, I seen a comment about using an impact. So that's what I've done. And so far I've gotten the passenger side retainer pins off without applying any heat. Now, I'll tell you, they were in there for sure, no doubt. And I mean, hell, you can see it. See, there's still mud in there. They've never been thoroughly cleaned like they're supposed to be, but they came out pretty easy. Hold on, let me show you the other side. And don't make fun of my contraptions. The only adapters I had for my impact. I just hope this one comes off. Yep, that one came off. Perfect. See, I even went and bought a torch just for this, and I honestly didn't know if I was gonna have to use it. But apparently, I'm not going to have to, so hopefully this helps a lot of people. Well, I told y'all that I bought a torch just for this purpose, but I've gotten every single retaining pin out. Now, I just need to get the calipers off, and then I can take the old pads out and put my new pads in. Let me show you these new pads. Now these are brass pads. Everyone's talked about them, how great they are, but I don't know anybody that's ever used them. Nobody out of my riding group. They said they don't make noise. You do have to apply a little more pressure to get them work, but I'm gonna try them out. I'll be the first one, and I'll show y'all once I get done. Look, let me show y'all. Slap full of mud. Now, hopefully they're okay, but they seem to have been working before, so hopefully they'll still work. You see? There's nothing to those pads left. I'm glad I'm doing this now. Definitely could have changed them before, because it's only rubbing on metal now, but it is what it is. Now, they don't say to do this, but I put a little grease on the threads for the retaining pins to help get them out the next time I have to do this. You could use anti-seize, which would probably be better, but this is what I have on hand, and that's what I'm using. And I put a little grease on the retaining pins to help those pads slide a little bit better. Okay, I now have all the pads changed, but you can see how they were mating together. See how they're hitting closer to my index finger? How they were working in the first place, I have no idea. But they're all changed. You can kind of see that blue in there. That wasn't my idea. That's just how they came. But we're gonna give them a try here in just a second. I heard they don't make any noise, but you just never know these kind of things. All right, well, the pads are in. Throw it in drive and let's see how they sound. We'll cruise from 5. No noise. Do it from 10. Oh, that didn't sound too good. I will say, the pedal is a little bit squishier now. I know some people are probably gonna say, well, that's from you not re-bleeding your brakes. I don't think the brakes need bleeding. They seem to stop perfectly fine. It just takes a little more effort. But other than that, I think over time, once I wear these pads in, hopefully the squeaking will stop. But it's definitely a lot less noise than what it used to be. And they definitely stop good, that's for sure. Oh yeah, they stop pretty good. Now I bought these brake pads from Extreme ATV Parts, and they're brass. I don't know what advantages they serve over regular brake pads, but hopefully they're better. Everyone's saying it's better to go with the brass pads, especially on running portals. Now they say that you only get about 2 rides out of them, but we'll see. I'll definitely keep y'all updated on how they go. Thanks for watching. Deuces.